Really weird. Okay, so it was at marching band, and I was like sitting out because I messed up my ankle or something, and Serina was on the field, and I texted her 3 words, and they were probably the stupidest 3 words you could possibly say at anyone. I see you. And from there on out, we've honestly been best friends since. But if I didn't say those 3 words, I wouldn't have been introduced to the beautiful girl wherever she was. Right there. So during the 4 years I've known Serina, we've grown to not only become best friends, but I can honestly say she's been my sister. The memories her and I share are irreplaceable and honestly really stupid. Like, we do some really stupid things. Okay, so I recently took Serina out to lunch, and it was during spring break, and it was like 80-degree weather. It was the first day that it was like really good weather, so we were really excited. Needless to say, we walked about 6.5 miles when we were done eating. It was ridiculous. And a good 3 of them were in the pouring rain back to my house. Okay, so we also spent 8 hours straight in my backyard building a snow fort that lasted for about 3 weeks. If you guys didn't see, it was on like the slideshow. And the one memory I'm truly grateful is for our friend, or for escort, sitting over there, Steve. His bonfire. It was the first night Serena and I were introduced to, well, not introduced to each other, but the first time we hung out with each other for the first time. And so I thank him for that. I also want to thank marching band, because without marching band, I wouldn't have my best friend with me, because that's where I met her. Okay, so now that I've went on, here's Alexa to say.
Serena and I have known each other since like 5th grade, and I can't imagine not having her as my friend. She's always been there for me, and if it weren't for Mikhail and Amanda, the bond that we have would never have existed. Serena's crazy, insane, weird, but I love her. And she always has my back, and she always makes me laugh. We have done some stupid things together that I'll never forget, like the time we decided to make my aunt cake that lives down the street from us, and we wanted to push it in a wagon, but we didn't have a wagon, so we made one, and the cake fell and fell on the floor. It didn't work out as well as we hoped, but it was still fun. 4th of time, we went to the Justin Bieber concert, and we snapped down to the floor. Then we realized I had to pee, so we had to leave and then come back and try again. Through all those memories, I realized that what a great friend Serena is, and I'm so happy with it. I remember the first time I met her. She was at my front door, wearing boy shorts, a boy hat, backwards, and she was wearing a monkey shirt. And I told my sister, she looks like a weirdo and I don't want to meet her. But she probably felt the same thing about me, because I was wearing a blonde wig and a big poofy dress. So, little did I know that weirdo turned out to be my best friend. All in all, we both really love you to the moon and back, and we want to wish you a happy birthday.
Well, first off, I have to really want to thank every single one of you for coming. It means the world to me. You all have been a big part of my 16 years, and having all of you guys here is incredible. All right, next I need you all to look around at these amazing decorations, because I have 2 people that I really need to thank, which are my parents, because they spent today doing this whole thing by themselves, and the past months that we've been planning this, and I extremely appreciate it. Everything looks amazing. So I need you all to give them a round of applause right now. I love you guys. Thank you so much. So throughout my 16 years, I've had crazy, weird experiences, as you all have heard. I am weird and crazy. But You all love me, and that means the world to me, honestly. I have been through a lot, and I've learned a lot, and now that I am growing up, I can't wait to continue with all of you guys next to me. It is awesome. I love you guys so much. So right now, I'm going to do my candle ceremony, which in the tradition is where there's 16 people in my life that have really, really, really been there. And honestly, I really would love to honor them, because without them by my side, I don't know where I'd be. And I love each and every one of you so much, and if I could, I would give every one of you a candle, but we would be here all night. So what are we gonna do? But before I start real quick, I need to thank my court, because they have been by my side throughout this whole thing. They have been my twin pillars over here, my girls that have dealt with me for the whole thing, and my 3 guys, our escorts. I love you all so much. As Brittany and Alexa said, we've all been friends, and I don't know what I would do without each and every one of you. Brittany, we have been friends for the past 4 years. I live at your house. I call your parents Mom and Dad. I really don't know what I would do without our memories. And Alexa, yes, we met when I was wearing a backwards baseball cap and you were Sharpay, and I never thought I would be friends with you, but look at us now, because we are so different, but we are so the same. And I also have our sisters to thank for that, because they have been our best friend role models. And then I have Corey over there. He's my trumpet buddy. I don't know what I would do without him without school. And then I have Steven, who is literally my best friend. I don't know what I would do without him. Most people have their guy best friends, their girl best friends, but Steve is just my best friend. I go to him for everything. I'm like, Steve, I don't know what to wear. Tell me. There you go. He's always been there, and I love him so much. And then I have Sal over here, who is, I've grown up with him. He's my cousin, my everything. We have been so close, and I'm so proud of how grown up you are, and I'm so glad you did this, so thank you. And so because the candle ceremony is mostly family, there's 2 people here that I would like to recognize that have been with me through everything. The first one is Gabby Messina, which Gabby has been my girl since 6th grade. She's been with me for all my school classes, we literally go everywhere together in school, and I love her so much. And the next one is Leah Spencer, which we've just recently met in the past year, but through marching band, and honestly, I don't know what I would do without you. You're my girl that I go to for everything, for every advice. I will always be here for you, I know you will always be here for me. I love you so much. Okay, so candles, here we go. First candle goes to my father. My dad is a loud, crazy, but he is selfless. He is the person who literally will go anywhere for me. He will do anything for me to make me happy. He put everything together, planned it, organized it just for me, and I am so grateful. I always remember our young time memories of watching American Idol, and then in the commercials, he would put me on his shoulders and run around. Or all my growing up and going on 1,000,000 cruises. I will never, ever, ever forget those. All our fun memories, and I love you so much. Thank you for everything. Come get your candle. The next candle is going to go to my mother. So, me and my mom have this bond. And I think it is because I am a Brazilian. I honestly do. I am a Brazilian through and through, and that is because of my mom. We have this bond that we are just so much alike. Even though I have your stubbornness, I know. And I just think about when I grew up, I was the person who liked to ride tractors and climb trees and build forts and be weird. And I know that is my mom, because we both have our tomboyish and we love it. As I grew up, I always looked up to my mom. And then I went through my terrible teens, and then I couldn't stand her. But you know what? I love you. And now I don't just look at her as my mother, I look at her as a friend, because I can talk to her about anything. You literally are my rock. I love you, Mom. Come get your candle. Candle is for someone who I grew up with next to, being 4 years apart from, be my sister. If all of you who ever told me, when you grow up, you and your sister are gonna be best friends, I never thought I'd be standing up here saying you were right. Ever. Because growing up, oh God, we had our fights, and we still do. But I love this girl. I look up to her like everything. I look up to what she wears because I steal her clothes. Everything she does, I just want to be like my big sister. I'm so proud of everything she does. She is a person who is a go-getter. She gets what she wants. She doesn't let anything get in her way, and I'm so proud of her for that, because I wish that that's what I want to do. She will not settle for anything. She knows what she wants and she goes to get it. And I envy you for that. You are incredible. I am so proud of everything you have become. And I just hope one day I can be as amazing as you. I love you so much. Come get your candle. Okay, the next candle is going to go to my abuelito. Okay, this man, doesn't matter, you didn't even need to meet him. He is strong man. I literally describe him as just the cutest man on earth. Like, I'm sorry, my grandfather is the cutest man on earth. He is the person, when I mean will be there, he will be there, and he will be there like an hour early. Not even, days early. You'll tell him, Julito, party's at 2. Okay, I'll be there at noon. No, Julito, party's at 2, not noon. No, but I just want to be, make sure I make it on time. Always, but we love him. He is the person that will be there for me at a drop of a hat. I can literally, wake up and be like, Julito, I have to go to school. Can you get here? He'd be like, whoa, I won't even change. I'm up, let's go. He'll literally be there in a heartbeat. And he never fails to impress me. He is the man that still mows our lawn with a push mower. What? How can you do that? But that's his exercise. He has to do it. It's his exercise. Or he'll walk around the mall. There's so many memories I have with my grandfather, like our domino matches, where he never taught me how to play. He just kind of kept beating me. And then eventually I caught on how to play. So, to my grandfather, I love you so much. Thank you for always being there for everything I need and being there hours early. So come get your candle. Next speech is going to go to my grandmother. I was a grandma's girl. I lived at my grandma's house. It was the only place I wanted to ever be. And I actually have a shirt that I still have to this day that I wish fit me, but does not. It says, the best thing about grandpa's house is grandma. And that is something I will cherish because I love going to my grandparents' house to get to sit down and talk to my grandma, or while she's in the kitchen making me food because, she's the best cook ever. And my grandma has been someone to protect me. She literally is always there to have my back and be so supportive of everything I do. And she is someone who believes in me incredibly. We had little bonds when I was younger where we used to sit on the porch, and then anytime my parents used to go to work really early, used to wrap me up in a blanket and take me to my grandma's house. Now, she has a guest room, but I would not sleep in the guest room. I had to sleep next to my grandma. You are someone who inspires me. You're someone who's always believed in me. And I thank you so much. I love you. Come get your candle. Okay, the next speech is going to go to my other grandfather, which unfortunately couldn't be here tonight for health reasons, but I still love him, so he still gets a candle. This is someone who I also grew up with and has honestly taught me why I was a tomboy, because I went over there. Now, he's the person who was like, wait, you're 8? You can drive a tractor. Yeah, you can drive. Let me teach you. So I grew up going to my grandparents' house that has acres of land, a pond, trees, a lot of trees. So I would go over there, wear my basketball shorts, my hat, drive tractors. I would learn how to clean gutters, and that's always a good skill to learn. I would drive golf carts, learn how to fish, a rowboat, I don't know, everything that they had I would do. It was honestly incredible learning from him, everything he did. I was the person who, hey Grandpa, you want to build me a tire swing? Okay, let's climb up in the tree and build a tire swing. All right, that's cool. He is someone who I've always had a special bond with, and I love very much. So, candle. All right, next person I'm going to give a candle to is my Tia Merrily. She started off as my godmom, and then we share the same birthday. So we were always twin birthdays over there. When I was young and I wanted to be old, so I would be like, let's trade birthdays. We always traded birthdays. So she was my age, I was her age all the time. Anytime anyone asked me, they'd be like, what, little girl? What did you say? You're how old? Yeah. I was that kid. But yes, my Tia Merrily is someone who's always supported me. She is literally in the drop of a hat. I can be like, hey, Tia Merrily, I have a concert tomorrow. I will be there. Hey, you want to come take some pictures? I have formal. Let's go. Or, hey, I kind of need a ride. You want to help me out there? Yay. And then she started playing softball, which was my life. So we got to have a nice bond when I taught her how to hit and pitch. And then, yeah, we had fun. We had a nice bond. And to this day, I still cherish every memory we had, even when I was little. And I look forward to you being there my whole life because I need you. So I love you. Come get your candle. The next candle is going to go to my Tia Rosalie, which I'm a little jealous of right now because she's not here because she's in Portugal. Lucky her. But she still gets a candle because I love her. So, my Tia Rosalie is someone who I will always remember being my shopper. Every single birthday, Christmas, when are we going to go shopping? When are we going to go shopping? So, we would go shopping and we would have a mission. And we would literally drive all over to find it. Doesn't matter what it was, all over. I remember one time when I was young, I wanted those sneakers with the wheels in them. That's all I wanted was those Heelys. And we were at the mall, and I was like, oh, let's just go to the shoe store, let's get them real quick. They didn't have them. So we went around the whole mall looking for them. They didn't have them. So we're like, oh, let's go to Marketplace. Let's keep going. They didn't have them. We literally spent the whole day looking for Heelys and ended up ordering them online because no one had them. But that's how dedicated she is. She is my fun girl. She's my girl that's like always been there. She's my aunt. She's the fun one. But she literally is the one that I can talk to. That I can just be like, oh, let me let loose, let's go. Oh, I need to vent. She was that person. She is. But I know she's having a great time in Portugal. So still light her candle. Again, thank you. Okay. Moving on. I am going to go to my Uncle Daniel. My Uncle Daniel is someone I remember throughout all of my life, just someone there. And then recently, we took a camping trip. It was a very fun trip. I've never really went camping before. I had no idea what I was really doing. So we went, and we were with my cousin and all of us, big group of people that a lot of them I'd never met before. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna jump right in the group. Why not? I fit in. So we went, and it was probably one of the best trips of my life. It was like 4 days, but it was one of the best memories I will always hold, and I cannot wait for the next one. When is that, by the way? Next camping trip, can't wait.
July 19th.
Yes. And now that he is engaged, I'm so happy to welcome his beautiful fiancée into the family. And I just need to let you know that I will always remember your awesome catchphrases like, heard that. He's also the person who tried to teach me to burp the alphabet, but it didn't work out too well. So, Uncle Daniel, thank you for always being there in my life. You're a great role model, and I love you, so come get your candle. Alrighty. Next, I'm going to move on to my Aunt Leslie. My Aunt Leslie, all growing up, she's been the hip aunt, the one that's just so cool. She's the person who she'll sit at the table with you, and she'll just be like, "What's the in thing? Like, I want the gossip. Like, come on. Like, what's going on? What's going on?" Like, she was always the person that I never felt like I was talking to someone older. I was always talking to my age, no matter how old I was. She always, like, focused on me. Like, it was always about me, which I always cherished. How anytime I talked to my Aunt Leslie, it was just, she just cared so much about me. I know that she's a person that if I ever needed a shoulder to cry on, it would be her. Like, she's just so, like, thoughtful with her words and everything that she does. And I'm envious of you. You're incredible. I love you so much. Thank you for always being there for me and always having my back whatever I do. I love you. Come get your candle. Well, the next person is this nice cameraman up here. He's gonna have to put the camera down for this one. My Uncle Sam. What can I say? Let's see. When I was young, he was always, anytime he came over, he'd be like, "Oh, Uncle Sam's coming over, let me get the soccer ball out. Let me try to impress him a little bit." But growing up, he was always the person who I could walk in, I kind of had to hide from, because he would either come out and try to tickle me to death, because he did that a lot. Oh, wow, those memories. And then when we went on Fast Ferry, he like tipped me over almost to where I was like off it. That picture is on the slide, so that was a fun memory. I will never forget that one. But he was also there at every single birthday party, but not always as himself. He was different characters. He also gave me my dog as Scooby-Doo. He was at my 9th birthday, or younger than that, as Spider-Man. He's been SpongeBob. He's been everything. And I will always remember him as my favorite childhood memories for all my parties. But he wasn't just there as Spider-Man or Scooby-Doo. He was also there as my loving uncle, someone who cared for me so much to do whatever he could to be there. If he was working, if he was doing this, my Uncle Sam would try everything he can to be there. And I love him for it. Honestly, they're the memories I will never, ever forget. So thank you, I love you, come get your candle.
Let's this way, guys. Grab Sammy. Over here.
The next candle, I'm actually going to give to someone who's in my court, which happens to be Sal DiMaggio. Sal and me, we were best friends since as young as I'm this tall, okay? Our parents owned a dollar store, so Dollar Express. We were there like every day, and if Sal wasn't there, I just wanted to leave. I was like, nope, I'm not here. Sal's not here. Sal was my best friend. We would be we went in the back, and we took all the storage boxes that they actually needed, and we kind of like built forts, and we played Judge Amanda. Yeah, remember that one? And we were just inseparable. And now, growing up, I can't believe how much you've grown up. Like, I need to know how proud I am of you, because you were growing up to be such an amazing kid. And now you're not even my cousin, you're really one of my friends. And I thank you so much for being in my court. It means literally the world to me. I'm so proud of you. Know throughout our lives you will always be my best friend. So I love you, come get your candle.
Look this way, guys. Good. Thank you so much. Grab a candle. Here.
Alright, the next candle is going to go to my neighborhood girl. Okay, growing up, I lived in a well, I still do. I live in a cul-de-sac, which we had a lot of kids around, and we had a lot of neighborhood friends, but one stuck out, which was Lizzie DePalma. Me and this girl have been friends since I was born. We did the craziest things every day. Okay, it doesn't matter. It was 10 in the morning or 10 at night. I can always expect Lizzie. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, like a million or not.
That's Lizzie.
Serina, come play. Can Serina come play? Always. We grew up being spies. We had a girl band. We chalked up our town. We chalked up our cul-de-sac to make a town. We had our own newspaper where we woke up at 7 o'clock, got on our bicycles, and drove around the cul-de-sac throwing up like we were paper boys. It was the life. Now, after you guys moved away from the cul-de-sac, it was hard, but then I feel like it just helped us because we became we miss each other so much. Like on Full House when they moved away and they just miss each other. That's kind of what happened. And then I went to every single party, and now I look at you and I can't believe how old you are, and I can't believe that we're still friends. Like, we have a friendship that will last forever. It doesn't matter how far away we go, because we've proven that. That doesn't matter where we go, we will always be friends, and you will always be one of my sisters. I love you, come get your candle.
over here, baby.
Okay. So obviously, if you're looking at all these decorations, you can see I like music. It's not really a secret. So the next person I'm giving a candle to is, her name is Lisa, and she is not here because she is a soloist for the Brockport Orchestra, and she is off doing her musical things, which I am so proud of, and I will be there tomorrow supporting her. But she was my first music teacher ever, and I went in and she taught me Mommy Made Me Mash My M&Ms. She's not the last person to teach me that though. We did all these different exercises, and she honestly brought out the music in me. I was always the one, doesn't matter if I was off key, I would sing so loud that you would not imagine. And she brought music out of me. And now that I go to St. Helens, she is the choir director, and she is someone who honestly has never left my side, has believed in me whatever I have done. So it doesn't matter if I was playing the trumpet or singing, she was always a person like, hey, she would text me, Serina, do you want to play the trumpet for Easter Mass? Or Serina, would you like this solo? And she was someone who always believed in me. And she said something that really stuck out. When my sister was in the choir, I always just felt like I was living in her shadow, and I was really quiet. And everyone always said, why are you so quiet? And it's just because I backed off so much. And she is the person who told me, you're not your sister, you're Serina, and that's good. That's good enough, that's perfect. And she's the person who really taught me exactly who I am. And I love her so much, and yeah, so, okay. Okay, next speech is the second person who taught me Made Me Mash My M&Ms. Okay, so 6th grade, I had a teacher who I really, really liked, and her name was Miss Taylor. And I had her for half a year, and then in 7th grade, I wrote this letter, for a project or whatever, and I was saying how she's my favorite teacher, but I really didn't even know her. And then now that we're really close, I was telling her about it. She's like, I don't even remember having you in 6th grade. I was like, oh, thanks. But so that happened, and then 9th grade came, and she was in the marching band. She was one of the music directors, and I don't even know what happened, but we just got extremely close. She's a person who's always been there, and it feels like I've known her forever. She has been there through all my injuries and any drama I've ever had. She's the person I look up to. Now, she yells at me like a mom when I don't wear my brace or I try to play the trumpet with a split lip. She's definitely given me life advice. Anytime I needed someone, Miss Taylor was there. So she's definitely a big sister to me. We've had some laughs about fried pickles and gummy bears under the door. So yeah, I would say we're friends. And she started off as my teacher, someone who taught me the life of music, the reason why I kept going.